Bruh.
Yeah! What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Morgan God Game, and I'm back again with another video, bruh. Welcome back to another episode of Halloween Vibes. And when you see Halloween Vibes, you know what it do. No, you know what it do. It means that we reacting to something that's scary or something that got anything with scary content in it. When it comes to horror movie trailers, y'all know the drill, but hey man, say man, today we finna be reacting to top 3 killer clown stories, bruh. I hate clowns, bruh. In case y'all don't know that, I don't like clowns, bruh. If I see a clown, and if I got a strap, you getting shot at. Or, if you ain't got nothing, you just got hands, we fading on sight. It is what it is, but look, finna get right into the video, and let go. See this press button. I hate clowns, bro. Oh my god. Got me looking. See, bro, I hate clowns, bro. See, got me doing
This happened when I was 12 years old. An age old enough to be aware of my surroundings and have a pretty good sense of danger, but also still around that age that attracts a certain selection of
telling
creeps.
y'all, bro.
We live in a decently busy neighborhood. However,
Scared
we're on a
clowns,
dead-end
bro.
block near a forest preserve, and across the street from us is a sump. And if you were to go through the forest preserve, you would find
Why
yourself
would you
in a
even
small
start walking
community
to
park.
this?
There was this one Saturday night that a mini carnival was being held in the park, and since I wasn't doing anything
Never been
with
to a
friends,
carnival either,
my mom suggested
at
that
all.
I go check out the carnival. She isn't the kind of mom who tells her kids not to go out past dark. She always let me do my own thing. So I did end up going. I crossed through the forest with a flashlight and eventually passed the fence that led to the park and saw lit up carnival rides everywhere. A Ferris wheel, a mini roller coaster, some of those big spinning rides, and of course concession stands and carnival game booths. It was late enough where it wasn't very crowded. There was also a big circus tent with the red and white stripes where I saw some people entering. I poked my head inside where I saw 4 rows of people in the audience, and on this mini stage were 3 clowns performing tricks. One was on a tricycle, one was juggling, and the other was just dancing around.
No.
Then the dancing one noticed me
The hell
poking
is
my
that?
head inside the tent, and he skipped over closer to me and started waving his index finger, signaling for me to come closer, or to come onto the stage. I didn't really know. All I knew is I didn't want to do either, and so I walked away. I ran into a friend at one of the carnival games, and I hung out with him for about half an hour. Pretty soon the carnival was closing down, and everybody was starting to leave. I said goodbye to my friends and made my way towards the woods again. I was near the fence when I heard, "Psst." It came from behind
What?
me. It was one
No,
of the
bro.
clowns. The clown that was waving me over earlier. He asked me if I wanted to check out the backstage area of the circus tent and some of the cool things the guests cannot see. I said no very quickly and walked into the forest, looking back every few seconds to make sure I wasn't being followed. And I wasn't. The clown just stood there watching me, with the painted-on smile on his
See,
face,
no, I
making the
don't do that
situation
paint.
even more
See?
disturbing.
No.
When I was
No.
out of view, I began to run for a bit before I was
You
confident
should have
he
been
wouldn't be able
starting
to
running
find
after
me.
you heard the psst
I
noise.
was
Like,
not going to
what?
tell my mom what happened because
Should've
I
just-
wasn't being allowed out whenever I wanted, and I feared that this
Oh,
might
her nothing
ruin
but
that.
baggy clothes. Just,
It's a half-mile
shit just
walk through the
gone.
woods. I was probably 3/4 of the way there when I heard it again. Psst. This time, I immediately felt sick when I heard it.
I would have
I
heard sick
turned
off of the
and saw
first
same
one.
clown
Like,
walking out
what
from
you
the
mean?
darkness of the
You,
woods
your
into
heart.
the light of my flashlight.
No.
When he was close enough, I threw the flashlight at him and ran for it in the direction of my
Why would
house.
you throw the flashlight?
I heard him close behind me until the road was visible. Then I heard him turn around.
Why would
When
you
I
throw
got
the
home, I was
flashlight?
breathing
Why would
like
you
I
throw
had
the
just run a
flashlight?
marathon, and
Because
my
you
mom
can't
was,
be
of
able to
course,
see.
concerned.
I would have low-key done
I
the
still
same
didn't
thing.
want
I'm
to
not
tell her
gonna
what
cap,
happened,
but that's
so I
that was
lied
kind
and
of
said
stupid.
I jogged the whole way back. After that, it never came up again. Up until the age of 14, I always had a fear of clowns. Ever
See,
since
there's a
I was
reason why you're
first greeted
crying.
with one at the age of 5 at a county
That clown
fair.
looks so weird, bro. I hate
On a
clowns,
cold
bro.
Tuesday night in November during break, my parents were on
Clowns look so
vacation
weird.
and my sister and brother were out for the night. My friend, who I'll refer to as B, wanted to come over so that we could walk to the fair a couple blocks away. So he did. We walked to the fair, which happened to be in a big empty parking lot. We walked around for a little while and played some of the carnival games. Then we ran into a clown. He didn't speak, he just smiled, bopped around, and made silly hand motions.
No.
He resembled more of a mime than a clown.
No.
And he seemed to inch his way closer to us every few seconds.
See, no, that's that weird
Me
stuff.
and B laughed. B patted him on the shoulder, and we walked away. That was weird, I told B. That was more creepy than weird, said B.
Exactly.
We were walking back to my house now on the sidewalks of the quiet Tuesday night neighborhood roads. And that's when we heard something from
That's how they
behind
get
us.
you, bro. It's
It
them
was a pair
quiet
of
streets. I'm
footsteps.
telling you.
We turned, but didn't see anyone.
I bet you they ain't bringing that to
This
no
continued for
hood.
another few minutes. He said he was freaked out and was gonna go
Facts.
home, but I convinced him to stay with me and hang out at my place, honestly because I was scared now. We were sure we were being followed. We made it to the front of my house. I dug through my pocket, took out my keychain, and started looking for the right key out of the 3 in the dark. That's when B nudged me to turn around. There was a clown hiding in the next door neighbor's bushes, and he was staring at us. When he noticed that we had spotted him, he emerged from the bushes and started walking over to us.
No, bro.
I began to panic, trying each of the 3
Yo, in
keys
these
until the door
situations,
finally
I
opened.
wouldn't panic. I would
We
panic,
entered
but like
and
just
slammed the
remain
door
calm
behind
at
us.
all times. Like,
I
hurry up,
called
get
my
the hell in the
parents,
house.
who told us to arm ourselves and
Lock
hide
the
upstairs.
doors and don't say
We went
anything.
up to my little brother's room and looked out the
Man,
window.
if I had a strap,
There
bro,
was
on
the
me,
clown
bop,
standing
bop,
in our
gunshots, you
driveway,
dead. I
looking
don't
up
care.
at the
I'll go to
window we
jail
were
for that,
standing
bro.
in,
I'm defending
as
myself.
if you were waiting
I
for
don't care.
us. I shut the blinds and we both ducked
Yeah,
down.
they should have been shut to start
Breathing
with.
heavily and panicking. Within 10 minutes, he was gone. I guess he gave up. Or at least we think he was gone.
No, he didn't.
For all we knew, he could have been hiding somewhere on the property all night. I'm just happy we made it home in time.
Facts.
If you've seen the news lately, there have been
That
many
clown
reports of
don't look that
clowns
scary.
luring children into the forest. I was one of the first to
He
experience
on
this,
black balloons,
and it was
though.
utterly terrifying. I want to remain anonymous at the moment, just in case the clown finds out who I
That look
am.
creepy.
Anyways, here's what happened. I am 14 years old and live in a small town in South Carolina. The town has a population of
Carolina
around
makes sense,
130
makes sense.
people. Summer was just about over, and I had a summer job working at the local lumber yard. It was a great place to work. I helped customers load lumber into their vehicles, a pretty mindless job. Plus, I was able to stay physically fit because of it. The best part is that my house is exactly 1 mile away. Walking to and from work is a daily occurrence. I spent a long day hauling and moving lumber, and my workday was pretty much complete. It was about 9:30 p.m. when I started to walk home. The moon was just starting to light up the road, and the sun had completely set below the hills.
That's tough.
There are no other houses between the lumberyard and my house. Our town is very rural. The road home has hills that peak high enough that you're unable to see what's on the other side until you crest it. The road is skinny with no shoulder, but it was freshly paved. The trees stack one by one behind
Like
each
that's
other
gonna
in a
help
row,
anything, like,
and vegetation is thick
so
with a few game
detailed.
trails coming out to the road. Crickets and frogs sound like an orchestra. The walk home usually takes about 30 minutes.
30?
I've done it so many times that I entertain myself with music.
Yo, you
I
need
put
to get
in
you
my
a whip,
earbuds,
G.
throw
That's
on
what you
some
need to
tunes,
get.
and away I went.
You walking? And why would you have your
I was about
earbuds
halfway
in,
home
G?
when I heard what sounded like a high-pitched cackling laugh.
Idiot, bro.
What the hell was
Don't
that?
blast your music
I
on
said
a
to
dark,
myself out
manny
loud.
looking road. That's what you
I
don't
took out
do.
my earbuds and stopped.
Yeah, stop.
I thought
Why?
maybe it was part
Why?
of the music, but something about
I
it
would have
didn't
thrown
fit
some
into the
finito
song.
music, bro. I would have been
I
like,
stood there motionless, looking to hear the same sound again. However, the thoughts broke or started, not even a scream could be heard. I thought nothing of it and walked home. The next day, I started my shift at 2 p.m. I started my walk to work around 1:30. Nothing was out of the ordinary. It was a beautiful day. I usually look down at my feet and kick any rocks that I see. Having them skip across the fresh pavement was oddly satisfying. I kicked a rock and it skipped across the pavement and landed next to something strange laying in the dirt on the side of the road. It looked to be a bright red ball. I picked it up, I gave it a little pressure, and it squeaked. Immediately, I knew what it was. This is a clown nose, I said to myself. What the hell is this doing out here?
man.
I kept it and carried it to work to show the other staff members. I even put it on and gave it some honks. It got a few laughs.
Oh my god.
The day
I would've
went
chucked
on
it
as
in the
usual,
woods.
and around 9:30
I would
p.m.
be like,
I
no,
clocked
G, you
out
finna
and
go
began
get
my
that. I
long
don't care.
walk
I ain't got your nose.
I forgot my
Well, I
earbuds
probably
at
do.
home, so I
Watch
was
your head
unable to
off
listen to my
and
usual
throw.
music. While on my way home, I was able to make out a faint image of a figure about 150 yards away of what looked like a deer standing in the middle of the road. It was hard to make out as the fog hovered over the ground and the moonlight backlit the animal. As I got within 100 yards, it must have gotten spooked. I could see a rough outline scamper back into the forest. Little did I know this was not a deer, but something more sadistic.
Nope.
I
See?
passed the spot in which the deer had taken off back into the woods. As I walked by, I heard footsteps about 20 yards behind me.
Yep.
I
No.
thought this was strange, as I have never seen a deer come back onto the road once it was scared off. Before I could look back, I heard, "Hey there." I turned my head to see a clown standing in the middle of the road with his hands behind his back. He wore baggy pants and a baggy shirt that was obviously meant to be a clown costume, but it was very dirty. So dirty that the colors faded into stains. His makeup ran down his face and his
No.
eyes were black.
Whoa.
He tilted his head to the side and said, "You have something of mine. I need it back."
Nope.
He gave a
See?
small little laugh
Black
after he
eye
stood.
clowns.
I
What?
don't have
That's a
anything of yours,"
problem,
I said
bro.
as I
See,
started to walk
no.
backwards. My house was still a quarter mile away. This is when the situation went from odd to terrifying.
Yeah.
He said, "Well then, if you don't have my nose, I'm gonna need yours." He pulled something out from behind his back, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked like a machete. I turn around, and with all my might, I take off running down the middle of the road.
Yo, if I had the
I could hear his
straps,
bare
you
feet
gotta
running.
carry the
I
straps.
didn't look back as it could slow me down. The
my
blades of what I
God.
assumed were two machetes dragged on the asphalt. I was in great shape, but I could still hear his footsteps getting louder,
Oh, he trailing you
signaling
like
he was
LeBron
getting
in the
closer to me.
finals.
He would even let out a little giggle that would feed my adrenaline even more. My lungs started to burn. I began to crest the hill. At this moment, I could hear him almost right behind me, just about touching me. And then out of nowhere, a truck crests the hill with his headlights shining on me. I waved my arms in sheer panic. He stopped. I quickly looked behind me to see nothing. No clown. I told the man in the truck what happened, and he called the police. I will never make that walk again.
Yeah.
I have no idea how the clown got to that location
Yeah.
and why he waited for me.
Yup.
I have never seen any vehicles parked there, nor are
Yup.
there any other houses besides mine for
Yup.
miles. This was my worst nightmare come
Ugh.
true.
Hate clowns, bro.
Now I have found out that this is happening to more people. Clowns hiding in the woods and stalking people.
Facts.
Is this a cult? A group of scary clowns with a goal to terrify people?
No.
I have no idea, but I do know that I'll never be able to walk in the dark or see clowns the same way again.
Exactly. Facts. Ooh. Can I pause? Alright, y'all. So, that's going to be the end of the video. It was kind of scary, you know what I'm saying? I don't like clowns. Part 2. Scary clown video part 2 dropping. Probably... I'm finna have that out to y'all tomorrow, but y'all getting back-to-back bangers. This next one finna be surprise though, and it's not gonna be scary. But hope y'all enjoyed the video, bruh. Like, comment, subscribe. Instagram _.morgan22. Snapchat _Harden. Tell your friends, tell your family about Morgan God Game. We on the road to 100 subs, bro. I'm telling you, we getting there, G. I'm gonna keep uploading for y'all, and make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that like button. I love y'all. I'm out.